Hello! Thank you for joining me as we journey back to 1994 to let you know what westerns have stood the test of time. Welcome to the fourth episode of The Test of Time. I'm your host, Eric. I spent a lot of time at my grandma's house growing up, and she always had the TV tuned to westerns. So, it makes sense to me that I bring you the year in television. Okay, the big news of 94, the broadcast television realignment. Ooh, exciting, huh? Yeah, no, not really. A year prior, FCC laws changed, and then Fox outbid CBS for the rights to broadcast the NFC. CBS had been broadcasting the NFC since 1956. Fox was mostly a UHF network and needed VHF channels to better broadcast the games. So, in September, stations across the country all of a sudden became Fox affiliates. Now, tied to this shakeup and of Fox becoming the fourth major network, Paramount Viacom announced the creation of UPN. Yes, a lot of good shows on that. But that's in 95. All right, DirecTV launches its satellite broadcast service, and new cable stations just start popping up all over the place. Okay, Encore started its multiplex channels. We got Turner Classic Movies, FX, and Fox also gave us movies from Fox. There was the Independent Film Channel starting this year. Home and Garden Television. Ooh, exciting. The precursor of MSNBC, which was called America's Talking. And we got the Game Show Network. Woohoo! Big money, no whammies, stop! Alright, okay. Going into the 46th annual Primetime Emmy Awards, NYPD Blue led with 19 major nominations. And that is the most for a series, and second only to Roots, which had 21. Now, I think this is pretty worthy of some trivia. Of the 19 nominations, all of the nominations in the Outstanding Writing in a Drama Series were NYPD Blue. So when you voted on the best writing in a drama series, you were voting on which NYPD Blue episode was the best written. It hasn't happened since, but it did happen a few times before that. But years before. I think with like Hill Street Blues and then like some really old stuff. Alright. The Simpsons aired their 100th episode, which is now up to 7 million episodes for crying out loud. It's been on forever. Okay. Ooh, controversy on SNL, Saturday Night Live, as Martin Lawrence is banned for life for using sexually explicit jokes in his monologue. Veterans Phil Hartman and Julia Sweeney ended their runs. Stephen King's novel The Stand is aired as a miniseries on ABC. Now, I discovered this while writing the script. I did not plan this. I seriously chose TV to pair with westerns because of my grandmother, and totally didn't realize that this is the year of OJ's low-speed chase in a Bronco. How did I do this? I don't know. It just happened. Okay. Here's a quick list of major or memorable TV shows debuting in 1994. We have Babylon 5, The Critic, Ellen, Sister Sister, Space Ghost Coast to Coast, Inside the Actor's Studio. Totally wish I could do one of those accents. Or his impression of him. That would be great. The Magic School Bus, Party of Five, Chicago Hope, ER, or is it called No, it's ER. It's ER. Touched by an Angel, and My So-Called Life. They're going off. Okay. All right. Ending their runs are NFL on CBS, which would come back later. Saved by the Bell, The College Years. Herman's Head. That was one of my favorite shows back in the day. Rock. Star Trek The Next Generation, In Living Color, L.A. Law, The Arsenio Hall Show, and Dinosaurs. Not the mama. Okay, there are 8 westerns in 1994 on the box office mojo list, with half of them being comedies. Now, as I iron out how this show will go, another small change, I will present the numbers on the posters, just show it to you up here, but you'll have to read them, because I turn my head too many times, and I want to just be more engaging. Okay, so here we go with my grading system. If you've heard this before, go ahead, just fast forward. Now, an A. You must see these if you haven't already. These are prime examples of why we love films. Be it they have a social impact, they define the genre, they could be released today and still be as good. They will stand the test of time for all time. Okay? A B. Well, not the best. They definitely need to be seen. But they'll still mention these movies years from now, but they just won't be that passionate. Unless, of course, it's a guilty pleasure of theirs, then look out. Okay. A C. I can't recommend these, but if you really want to watch them, go ahead. You'll probably think the same thing I did. Yep, that's a movie. Now, it may have been good when it was released, but it just fails the test of time. Yeah, a C is a failure in my class. Most guilty pleasure movies reside in this neighborhood, but I'm not trying to make fun of your favorites, okay? C's are wow, these are bad, but they're really good. So that's why, but it just fails the test of time. A D. Now these are view at your own risk. I warned you, you don't blame me if you watch this. These are the so bad they're bad group, okay? Don't watch them. Now, F's. I can't believe anything would be worse than what I watched and I gave it a D, but yes, there are movies out there that just are so mind-numbing, boring, and dumb, and just like the boom mic is falling into it and a part of the set falls apart. Now, I'm not saying Ed Wood movies are F's, but I'm just using those kind of things as examples. Now, both D and F, that's good fodder for the Mystery Science Theater 3000 or How Did This Get Made, those kind of shows. If I give something an incomplete, I couldn't find it. I feel the plus and minus are pretty self-evident. It's just whether it's better or worse. Now, I will give an effort grade sometimes, and that's a little subtle hint that, yeah, if it's a rainy day, go ahead, watch the movie. Okay, now we go on to the movies. Here we go. On February 25th, Silent Tongue. Written and directed by the incomparable Sam Shepard. It stars River Phoenix, Richard Harris, Sheila Tousey, Alan Bates, and Dermot Mulroney. A man won't allow his wife's spirit to carry on into the afterworld, but then instead of leaving the story there and showing that wonderful, awesome movie, they go along with the subplots, and they almost ruin the movie. It was filmed in '92, but not released until after Phoenix's death. This could have been an A had they just stuck with River Phoenix the whole time and halved the other subplot. Now, don't get me wrong. There is some amazing acting in those subplots, the B plot and the C plot. Amazing acting, great cinematography. It's a great movie, but River Phoenix's performance is so intense, is so engrossing. If you're ever a fan of River Phoenix and you've not seen this movie, I'm happy to tell you about it. Now, if you've never seen River Phoenix, watch this movie. You will be a fan. Okay, sorry Sam Shepard, this movie, it gets a C, the acting gets an A+. So let's just say the movie overall gets a B-. Okay, on March 11th, we have Lightning Jack. The fastest gun in the West takes on a mute sidekick. It stars Paul Hogan, who also wrote the movie, Cuba Gooding Jr., and Beverly D'Angelo. Filming took place at the same time on the same sets as Wyatt Earp, Geronimo, City Slickers 2, and Tombstone. Roger Clemens is uncredited in a cameo appearance. Still a silly, fun movie. I question the low numbers. How can you not love the tagline, a comedy about two outlaws who just wanted to be wanted? This isn't as bad as I feel like. Time has been kind to it. It's not Blazing Saddles, of course not. Nothing is. And yes, there are not that many Western comedies, but I say Lightning Jack passes the test of time with a B-. All right, it's better than you remember. Watch it. You'll get laughs out of it, and it's good. All right, on April 22nd, Bad Girls. 4 former working women put the wild in the Wild West. Yeah, okay. Starring Madeline Stowe, Mary Stuart Masterson, Drew Barrymore, and Andie MacDowell. I can't stand Andie MacDowell. My friend has a crush on her. He doesn't care what she's doing in the movie, just as long as she's in the movie. I think she ruins movies when she's in them. All right. Roger Ebert said it best. Okay. What a good idea to make a Western about 4 tough women, and what a sad movie. With their supermodel looks, the girls could probably earn a lot more in Chicago or Kansas City than in the brothels of Echo City. Ah, yes. Truer words were never spoken. There were 6 writers credited. Good thing is I don't have to struggle to find a silver lining. For Stowe and Masterson, keep this movie from an F. It is definitely a D-. Next. Okay. May 20th. Maverick. All right. A high-stakes poker game is days away. Will Maverick collect the entry fee in time? This is based on the 1950s TV series. It's directed by Richard Donner, written by William Goldman, music by Randy Newman. Stars Mel Gibson, Jodie Foster, James Gardner, who played Maverick on the television show back in the 50s. It co-stars Alfred Molina, Graham Greene, James Colburn. There's an uncredited Danny Glover appearance, and many country western stars make some cameos, mostly during the big poker game. Gibson and Foster became great friends during filming. The comedy is there, the action is there. This is a solid A-. Comedic western, sure, it would be an A, maybe an A+. But this episode is westerns, so we have to stick to the westerns, and it gets a solid A-. All right. June 10th, City Slickers 2. That's why I wore the hat. The Legend of Curly's Gold. A treasure map hidden in Curly's hat leads to the group on an adventure. I feel this is a money grab with little tiny hands. It stars Billy Crystal, Jack Palance, Daniel Stern, and, oh yeah, John Lovitz. Yuck. So Crystal and Bruno Kirby had a falling out, and Lovitz replaced him, and this movie suffers for it, I believe. It wasn't that good when it came out, and it still is not good. I wish Billy Crystal and Bruno Kirby would start making movies again. That would be great. Like I said, it was a money grab with tiny hands, and it came out 3 years after the original. So, let's say it's either a C- with a D effort, so don't watch it, or it's a D with a C- effort, which is like, yeah, I guess if it's raining or snowing out. But I don't even think it's a guilty pleasure. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so on June 24th, we have Wyatt Earp. The Life of Wyatt Earp, written and directed by Lawrence Kasdan, starring Kevin Costner with another amazing accent performance, Dennis Quaid, a horribly underused Gene Hackman, an ensemble of Michael Madsen, Bill Polk. You know what? Yeah, nobody cares. Tombstone is out there. So yeah, nobody cares. This movie, it's a D. Okay, we're going to go on to the next one here. On August 26th, we have Wagon East. A group of settlers find the West too hard and start heading back east. Stars John Candy, who sadly died of a heart attack 6 days before filming ended. Richard Lewis, John C. McGinley is also in it. John Candy didn't want to be in the movie, but he was contractually obligated to be in it. Roger Ebert said it was a sad way to end John Candy's career. You got to give it a C plus. You know, I want to think maybe a B minus for effort. Yeah, maybe. Okay, October 28th, Frank and Jesse, an extreme dramatization of Frank and Jesse James. It stars Rob Lowe, Bill Paxton, Randy Travis, and William Atherton. The focus is on the myth and not the history. Now, it seems like someone at HBO thought they might get a nomination or two out of this, and they released it in the theaters. But as you saw, it was a very low theater count. But if you're gonna watch anything about Jesse James, you're gonna watch the coward Robert Ford movie. Just don't the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Just get that movie. Forget about all other Jesse James movies. But Frank and Jesse, I'll give it a C minus. Okay. As a recap, okay, we have Silent Tongue with a B minus. Lightning Jack gets a B minus. Bad Girls, a D minus. Maverick, A minus. City Slickers 2, depends on the day. It's either C minus, D for effort, or D with a C minus for effort. Snow day, on a snow day, watch it. Wyatt Earp gets a D. Wagon East, a C plus. And Frank and Jesse, a C minus. Thank you for joining me today. I hope everyone enjoyed the episode. I hope you learned something new.